Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Operation Sports proudly brings to you its World Heavyweight Champion of the world. Two worlds again, I know, guys, I'll get it eventually. Me. Guys, it's Millennium. It's the show. We're going to do a little bullpen session tonight, guys. I know some of you have been having some issues with the game in terms of maybe getting hit a little hard, maybe not hitting hard enough. You know, the normal things that happen in baseball. But you blame it on the game, you blame it on me. I'm here to tell you that you can fix your own problems with just a few tips. I see another one of the excellent Operation Sports writers in the chat room. Guys, at JYoungOS, give him a follow on Twitter. I believe his Twitter handle is the exact same. That gentleman knows the show in and out and also does an excellent job. If any of you are my team fans on NBA 2K16, the guy knows his Throwback Thursdays. Only person I go to for that information. So guys, that's who you want to follow. What we're going to be doing tonight is a little strategy on the fly. I have a couple things that I want to talk about, but I kind of want to get them going in-game as they happen. I know a lot of times I come to you guys with a topic to go with, but what I want to do is kind of on the fly, answer questions on the fly, and see situations as they happen in-game. So the first thing we're going to do here is something that I don't expect any of you to do off the top of your heads. I don't want you to do this right away. We're going to go into user settings, gameplay options, and I'm telling you not to do this. So we're Hall of Fame. We knew that. We knew that coming in. You guys know I'm a Hall of Fame guy. Buttons, we're actually going to go in Hall of Fame for that. We're not going to use the meter just because I don't want to get into the meter throwing, the fielding portion. I think a lot of people have the fielding portion in terms of the accuracy down. That's not what I want to get into. What I want to get into is, under the fielding and then under the R2 advanced, defensive shift. You're going to see here it's set to manual. This is something that each and every one of you, if you want to take your game to the next level, should aspire to get to. Even I'm not perfect with it, and there are a couple of bugs involved in doing this, and I'll explain them to you as we go on, but I definitely want you guys, this is what you should be getting to. You should be getting to manual defensive shifts, especially if you know baseball. If you are a baseball head, you should be able to do this. So we're going to back out of this. We're going to apply the changes because we set Hall of Fame for the throwing. We're not going to do franchise tonight, although I know anyone in this chat room right now saw that poll. You guys are going to kill me because of that team that's picked, but we're going to go into that a little later. We are going to go into that a little later about the franchise team for the stream. So, quick update on the Diamond Dynasty. We always do, and then we're going to do a play now game. So, update on the squad. We are working towards getting Chris Archer so that way we can get the 90 rated overall Carl Crawford that's in the collection. But right now, this is what the squad looks like. Obviously, I haven't updated it for today yet. So, haven't updated the inside edge for today. I'm going to guess that Longoria is probably not going to be in the lineup for that. Alex Gordon, you'll see the top up there. And you know what? I'll show you. Matter of fact, I'll go in here and show you the bench as well. One of the things you're going to notice, and that I've been rolling with, is Kevin Kiermaier and Alex Gordon in the outfield. Not just because of their inside edge. Their outfield prowess. And I actually have... There's one other outfielder that I normally use, and I'm trying to remember who it was on a consistent basis. NCarte is a good one. Definitely for that. For what I'm ready to talk about. Yeah, so NCarte is probably your best bet in terms of what I have. Jordan Schaefer can do it, but Jordan Schaefer is not. I want the arm. I've gone more towards a defensive team when I'm playing Diamond Dynasty. Angels and Simmons included. I've definitely realized that defense gets just to those extra doubles that turn into singles, the guys you throw out at home and third, they matter. They matter a lot in this game, and you got to remember that. And then you go to manual shifts online, and yeah, it's a little troublesome for the opponent. Sometimes they don't want to wait for you to set them in, but you know, you got to do what you got to do to win. Red Eye Ranger, let's answer this question as we go into the play now. So, you know what? First, we're gonna do is we're gonna use the SCEA roster again. I'll show the. Oh, that should not be up, guys. Guess what? The OSFM's already up. Give me 1 second. So we're doing this SCEA roster because that's what we want to use in this play now game. Give me 1 second. I want to make sure Nightbot doesn't bother you guys all night. Disable. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's go for a game that's going on tonight. So we're going to go into the MLB app here. Do we have any requests for any games tonight? I'm going to use the actual lineups and pitching matchups from tonight if possible. Does anybody have any requests of games that are currently going on right now? Won't matter who they are because the strategy that I'm going to be going into is going to be essentially the same for everybody. You know what? I've got it already. Orioles, Blue Jays, no. I'd love to, Red Sox, but you're going to see enough Orioles on this channel from me. Houston, Texas, Ziploc, you read my mind. That's actually the game that I was looking at that I think is going to do well in terms of what I want to talk about. So Houston, Texas, let's see here. Yep. And we're going to play as Texas. Texas Rangers is an April game at 7. We're going to do Clear Skies. I'm not really that worried about the... So it's going to be Keuchel. Oh, great. You guys are going to see me really get destroyed. And then A.J. Griffin, who... Oh, of course, A.J. Griffin is not in the game yet. So instead, we're just going to use Colby Lewis. Colby Lewis will do fine for us in this. So I know you're definitely going to see enough Rockies coming up. I'm sure you all know that. You suckers. Why did you do that to me? Okay, Holiday, and then, let's see, Alberto, who I know is in the game. Okay, and then we're going to do the quick Houston lineup, because I like to be accurate when we're doing this. Springer and Roy, Correa. God, I'm going to get destroyed by this lineup, boys. That you like me. I need to hear it. I need that. Let's see. All right, there's that. A.J. Griffin, Dallas Keuchel. I knew that because of the Mazzara. I couldn't see Mazzara in the game. Beltre's there. Fielder's at DH. Moreland is... Oh, no, they got Rua at first. Fielder... Management is telling me I'm unproductive, guys. I need somebody to tell me that I am a good person. Okay, Holiday, and then, let's see, Alberto, who I know is in the game. Okay, and then we're going to do the quick Houston lineup, because I like to be accurate when we're doing this. Springer and Roy, Correa. God, I'm going to get destroyed by this lineup, boys. It's just going to happen. That's just the way it's going to be. Valbuena at third and Castro. Okay, I think that's ready. All right, so management tells me I'm a terrible person, just so you guys know. Everybody, do me a favor. If you have a Twitter right now, can you go on Twitter at SteveOS and just give him a little shout-out to say, hey, Millennium's the best streamer ever, but also tell him that his surgery, hope his surgery goes well. So, see? That's what I'm talking about, my Red Sox. That's what I want to hear.
Show has baseball from the Lone Star State.
Okay, so
look inside Globe Life
the first thing I'm thinking when I'm coming into this game is, number one, I'm working with Keuchel. So Keuchel, obviously, Cy Young caliber winner. So
we'll see next.
I have to get him out of the game as early as I possibly can. Even though the Astros bullpen is decent, I've got to get as many pitches out of Keuchel's arm as I can.
Well, guys,
so we're going to be really patient at the plate this game. We're going to talk about our mindset as we go on. And against them hitting, they have a couple guys that are high power, low contact guys. Colby Rasmus comes right off the top here.
And we are set for baseball here this
so
evening.
one by one. The first thing we're going to do coming into this game, gameplay mechanic-wise, is push down on the D-pad. And you'll see right away I'm going into defensive shifts. We're going to push triangle for defensive positioning again. So right here, I notice he's a pull hitter, so I'm going to move over to Altuve. I'm going to shift the infield to the left. Now, if that right field percentage is any higher than, I would say, 25 to 30, so, and that will, he can be a pull hitter and still have center field be kind of empty, I'm not going to do this. And because he's not a power hitter, I'm not going to change my outfield. I know that sounds strange, but this is going to help me in terms of normal hits. He's not going to do too much in terms of that second base hole. The one thing I'm worried about with him is my third baseman, again, because I know his wheels. So I'm going to leave him shifted left, but I'm actually going to bring him in to, let's see, third base cover drag. You can play this, or you can just play double play. I don't want my third baseman back that far. Even though Beltre's a great defensive third baseman with a really good arm, I still want to bring him in a little bit. And I think Beltre will be able to make that anyway. So next batter, keep changes. George Springer, balanced with some pop. Let's see. Delano's Shields in center, so I'm not worried about. If I have a slower center fielder, somebody under 80 speed, I would push him deep. Sometimes if I have a really fast outfielder, I'll actually keep him shallow because I think he can make up the room. But the way that is right now, I'm okay with it. Correa, again, balanced and a line drive guy. High contact, high power, so I don't want to go too deep with them. Colby Rasmus is extreme pull, so obviously for our infield, we're going to go extreme right. But this is where it's going to be crazy. I know Rasmus is a power, not contact guy, so I'm not worried about him hitting line drives. I'm worried more about the bombs. So we're going to put them deep for the entire outfield. We're going to shift them to the right, and then we're going to go back to the opposite hand, the opposite side, the left fielder. I don't want him shifting right. I want him straight up, and I want him normal. Even though Colby Rasmus, because chances are, while I'm doing this extreme pull, I'm not going to be pitching anything that he can go with any kind of power to left field. So we're going to keep him normal. Go to the next guy and keep changes. Tyler White is a push hitter. I don't like putting shifts on for push guys unless it's a slap hitter. I'll bring the right fielder in. So we're going to leave them where they are. Pull hitter for Preston Tucker. We're definitely going to shift them just a little bit. Again, I don't like to do the extreme right. There is a big gap, Red Eye Ranger. You're absolutely correct. But the one thing that I have with Texas on this is I have Delino to Shields in center field to make up a lot of that with speed and reaction time. So remember that. That's my big to do with that, is I can always get Delino to Shields. I can play a little bit with the center fielder because the Shields can make up that space. Even here, I'm thinking depth-wise, I might put the Shields back a little bit because of Tucker's power against righties. So we're going to keep that. Carlos Gomez, a pull hitter. Again, the infield, we're going to shift. I'm a big believer that these shifts will help more than hurt. And especially if you're an online player, people will see these shifts and try to go the other way, and you can set them up pitching. So good with that. Luis Valbuena is extreme shift. So we are absolutely at a 50% click. We're absolutely bringing him all the way over. But what we're going to do is, again, we're going to shift the outfield to the right. We are going to go to our left fielder, and we're going to put him back in straight up position. And another pull hitter, we're going to move them over. And with Castro, I'm not worried about that, so keep changes. So there we go. So we're good with our shifts for the entire game. That's a very important part of this. So now I know that my guys are ready to go with this and shifted a little bit to the right. Matter of fact, I'm going to throw this pitch.
And
might have to do a controller switch out here. So with Altuve, one of the things I'm looking for with Altuve is I know by pushing right, he's a high vision guy. High contact guy, not a lot of pop. So I don't want to play around with him. I want him to hit the ball, but I want him to hit the ball on my terms. So fastballs around the edges, breaking stuff in the zone. Not worried about him hitting it out. So we want to try to keep in the zone. Like I said, can't get a whole lot of power on the fastballs around the edges. So.
And he comes back with a fastball, 1-2 now.
We get to 1-2. Again, when you're pitching at 1-2 against a Hall of Fame caliber hitter, you absolutely do not want to give in with any kind of stuff in the zone at 1-2 or 0-2. So we're going to give him, even though we know he's going to hit the ball, we want him to hit the ball, we're going to try to make him hit our pitch.
Here's the pitch. Hit hard towards
mistake
center.
Pitch there. Obviously, the curveball stayed up.
Is aboard to open up the ball game.
But this gives us a good chance to also look at the running game.
That's not a sign of things to come. First batter of the game, he's all over
guys,
this pitch. And
if you're in the chat, ask questions, please. If you have any questions about any of this, I'm watching the chat constantly. I'm not ignoring you guys. I want to make sure that you guys are getting all this information.
In this one.
All right, so 93-94. Catcher, Holiday has a decent arm, okay? Oh, Chapman Miller. You trade one of those. You trade one of them around the deadline, though. Sorry, I forgot to say that to you. But you better be confident in your start. If you're confident in your starting rotation, you trade one. If you're not, you keep all three: Chapman, Miller, and Betances. Especially because I think Miller, morale-wise, doesn't have to be the closer. So Holiday, again, 72 fielding, 76 arm, 69 arm accuracy. So I'm worried about him in terms of getting this runner out. So select my pitch icon, hold L2, look over. I think he's got a step, so we're at least going to make him come back.
Runner back safely.
Again, even if he doesn't take a step, L2 with someone that fast, and slide step.
I tried to hold back.
Again, so slide step is L2 and then the pitch button.
Quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
You don't have to do it on every pitch. Like 0-1, I'm not 100% worried about him stealing.
Or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal at all.
Now you'll see me throwing a changeup because I'm not worried about him stealing on an 0-1 pitch. He still might, but the percentages are down.
For a ball, and it's 1-1 now to the Astros.
Your highest percentage for steals is either first pitch, if you get down 1-0, or 1-1 and 2-1. Chances are a runner's not going to go on a 1-2 pitch, or if the batter's down 0-1. It's just kind of the way. If you're down 1-2 and you strike out, you don't want to have a runner waiting for you in terms of. You don't want to have the batter have to swing the bat or have to not swing the bat while you're running.
Nobody out, runner on first.
1-2. I really want to throw a slider here. I'm not worried about him, so I'm not going to do the slide step here. I am going to look over because the look over against the computer is something that affects their jump.
Ready on 1-2. Swing and a miss on
Get him with the slider.
That's out number one.
Very good. Does hitting definitely affect hitting percentage or the way it's pitched to you?
What's the key for them tonight,
Red Eye,
Steve?
what do you mean? Hitting difficulty?
Today, so you're not going to see a lot of long drives.
In terms of like the difficulty level, it affects both. If you have your PCI turned on, you will notice that it affects the size of the PCI, so it affects the contact rate you have. Plus, it does affect the way they pitch to you. On Hall of Fame, you'll get many more. You'll get much more around the edges of the plate. They won't give in to you. The look over, hey dog, it is L2. You hold L2 for 2 seconds. So I'll tell you, see the ball? So I'm going to tell you when I hit it. So I hit L2 now, 1, 2. There you go.
Hit hard
Oh,
toward the
Craig
right
got me.
side. And that'll get down for what should be extra bases. Altuve will take the turn and head for home. And he's
Wow,
Altuve
Altuve is really quick.
As the throw will be too
Camera
late.
angle do I use for what, C-Pal? The camera angle I use for pitching is broadcast. The camera angle I use for fielding is also broadcast.
They're in good shape to possibly make it 2-0.
I will say broadcast can be a little tougher to make diving plays on. So it is an acquired taste for me. If you're having problems with that, I would suggest medium, or even the dynamics pretty good. So, all right, so we've got a problem already. We got a triple, which I probably should have thrown to third on to get Correa, but I got a little overzealous and thought maybe I could get him. Yeah, Red Eye, definitely. If you want to work more walks, we'll get into that in a second because I want to do some hitting strategy too. All right, so 2 things with this at bat. First of all, it's Colby Rasmus, so I'm worried about him hitting it out. But here's the key. I got Tyler White with 42 speed coming up next. So what I'm going to wrong pitch.
And now we'll
So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to get Colby Rasmus to chase. A lot of you guys who watch baseball are pitching around a guy. You'll notice I'm aiming outside of the strike zone. If it catches a little part of it, I'm okay with that. That's fine. But I'm not giving Colby Rasmus anything, even on a 3-0.
You can't go up there chasing some pitches out of the zone.
Again, there you go, chasing. They do throw a lot of strikes on All-Star Red Eye. You can do one of 2 things. You can lower the slider for strike frequency. I think a lot of people play with it on 2. Or you can move up to Hall of Fame. I would suggest moving up to Hall of Fame to try to keep it on default. That being said, Hall of Fame's not for everybody. So if Hall of Fame doesn't work for you after a couple of games, give it a good 3 to 5 games before you give up on it. But
in the dirt and
if it doesn't work out for you, I would just lower the strike frequency slider.
Moves to 2-1.
Okay, so there again, even though I have a strike on Colby Rasmus, I'm not giving him what he wants. I'm not going to give him that middle inside fastball. If I do,
2-1 pitch
again, out of the strike zone. Even though I missed a little bit to where I wanted to go, it is out of, that was actually top of the strike zone. So I'm going to throw him a cutter, but you'll notice this. I'm going to throw the cutter where it starts on the inside corner and comes off. I do not want this hitting the strike zone.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Struck him out.
And again, so you see that just by pitching around an aggressive hitter, a guy who wants to get that guy on third, you can think of MLB The Show as a real hitter. Don't always think just because you're playing the computer that they don't have it in their mind that they want to get that guy home from third base with 1 out. Use their aggressiveness against them, and especially if you're playing a human hitter online, use their aggressiveness. I mean, look at that. Let's see if we can bring that up real quick. I'm pretty sure I remember where this is. Batter now. It's under analysis, I think. Stats. There we go. Batter analysis. So just to show, those are the 5 pitches Colby Rasmus saw. None of them, with the exception of possibly the upper pitch that he missed in the upper strike zone, but even that's not something he's going to get. Nothing he can touch. Nothing he could do anything with. That's why I got the strikeout there. Okay, so Tyler White, again, a guy we're going to pitch to. We want him to hit the ball.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Can go out on us. We want to be careful. Again, nothing in the middle of the zone.
The 1-0 pitch.
We're switching up speeds.
High and deep to right center field. Back goes to Shields. Now a leaping effort at the wall.
Bad pitch.
Comes up empty. This one is gone.
Even the best laid plans, right, guys? Oh, it was. I'm looking at the replay now. It was a missed change up on me.
So it's a 2-run shot.
It's unfortunate.
To right center, and the Astros
yeah, we don't need to watch Tyler. I know.
3-0 lead.
We're gonna look back at where that pitch was real quick. I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that pitch missed up. Oh, batter analysis is what I need. I'm not going to go into the stats too much, guys, but I definitely want you to see what I'm seeing. So, yeah, middle of the zone changeup's going to get hit out all the time. Again, something I want you guys to know, that's why we don't pitch to the middle of the zone. You pitch to the middle of the zone, you get down 3-0 early.
Yes, he'll take a look at ball one.
Nothing going right for him early on. It almost looks like
So,
he's trying to
again, we're going to change speeds up. I know we've thrown a lot of first pitch fastball. We definitely want to change up speeds.
And that pitch misses in the
I don't know
dirt,
why
and
Holiday
it's
can't catch a
2-0
curveball.
now. He just doesn't seem to have as good command out there in the first inning.
You're right about that. He has
Try to
not
get to the
looked
edges
comfortable
again.
at all so far, and sometimes you see that when you're
Yeah,
pitching
that's
on the road,
exactly my
but
red.
rarely
Do I
when
recommend
you're in
any
your own
sliders
home
and
ballpark.
camera angle? It's called dynamic. But I mean, I'm not doing anything different on my camera angle. It's just broadcast.
Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. That's going to even
There we
up
go.
the count at 2-2.
The purpose of the inside fastball, as you can see, I threw fastball, curveball, fastball. I don't want to throw another change because that puts me into a pattern of fast, slow, fast. You'll hear the announcers mention that. So again, now maybe I can go back to the slow stuff. Especially on Hall of Fame and above,
3-2.
computer
Carlos
controlled
Gomez
players
would be next.
will absolutely learn patterns very quickly, especially if you do that, like I said, fast, slow, fast, up, down, up,
Neither guy
outside,
willing to
inside,
give
you know,
in,
so.
and the at-bat will continue.
So again, so we're looking at what we've done pattern-wise. You can see evens have been inside, odds have been outside. We're on a 7-pitch, so I'm going to come back in with another cutter on the inside and try to catch the corner.
Ready now with the payoff pitch. And he looks at one that misses.
Good eye.
And that's an
Put Preston
excellent
Tucker
job of
on.
making his
Preston
man throw
Tucker is
a
going to
lot
be
of
better at
pitches
first
as he
base
cuts
than
out a
what
walk.
they just did to me
command.
with the home run.
Not
So
really good right now to
struggling a
start
little
this
bit.
ball game.
We're 3 runs and a guy on
Already has 3
first.
hits now and a walk
Don't
he's
ever
given up.
underestimate
Really laboring
this
through this first
mound
inning of
visit.
work.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound.
Puts the confidence meter up a little bit. Can always calm down an inning. We've got Carlos Gomez coming up, a good, again, contact hitter with some pop, so we want to be careful of that. Not worried about the guy on first, so we're not going to do many slide
Carlos
steps.
Gomez checks his swing here on the first pitch, and it's 1-0.
Well, he's really had to work hard
See
here in this
here.
first inning. You got to wonder how
Again,
much
we're
is
going
that going to take
changing
out of
speeds.
To short, hit hard.
There we go.
Fields it.
Holmesen and Keela are both good, and Tolson's a strong closer. So I think I'm going to be okay, especially just a play now game.
In there,
Again.
strike one.
I'm going to show you where these strikes are, but our goal against Keuchel is not to swing on outside unless we're at 2 strikes. No edge of the zone,
And a pitch
which is
under 4.
something that's huge, especially when you don't have a great bullpen. We're going to look at the SCEA rosters real quick, just to look at the bullpen that we have. Dyson's been very, very good. Diekman's an amazing lefty. Wilhelmsen and Keela are both good, and Tolson's a strong closer. So I think I'm going to be okay, especially just a play now game.
In there,
Again.
strike one.
I'm going to show you where these strikes are, but our goal against Keuchel is not to swing on outside unless we're at 2 strikes. No edge of the zone.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off.
We want
It's
as many
1-1.
pitches as possible. You want to at least average, when you're batting, you want to average 3 pitches or more per batter.
Right there at the belt.
That
1-2
doesn't
now.
mean don't
against
swing
a
at the
guy
first
like
pitch,
this,
because the computer will
You're usually only
notice
gonna
that
get
you
one
are
pitch to hit in that bat.
not swinging
Sometimes
and
you
start
might not
throwing
even
down the
get
middle.
that,
If you start
so
seeing pitches down the
that's
middle,
what he
you
may
kill it.
want back.
But you want to get up to 3 pitches.
Did a good
on a
job
bat.
to shorten up and protect the plate.
That's a contact
and
swing.
he'll have another
Just so
shot
you guys
at it
know,
here.
once you get 2 strikes, especially on Hall of Fame and above, contact swing's your friend. You can foul balls off, extended
Now
bats,
here's a line
and then put a
drive
line
that will make
drive.
it out into left center, and he's gonna
People
have
who say
himself
that
a
they don't
leadoff
see
single.
enough easy fly balls or Texas leaguers like that. Texas leaguer, we're in Texas. That's why, because the contact swing is in there so that way you can fight at 2
Number
strikes.
30, digs in here for his first appearance.
New guy for SCEA is Nomar Matsara, the hot rookie from Texas. Flick when the circle is small. Oh, you mean for analog, Red Eye Ranger, for pure analog? No, if that's what you're talking about, no, it's a meter. It's a metered version with the analog stick. What's going on, IRS? Is it IRS or LRS? I need you to give me something I can call you. I need a nickname because I can't call you Urs. Urs isn't going to work.
Or he'll take advantage.
And looked like ball 2 below the knees.
Now, when we're thinking about stealing here, we know first of all, Kiko, IRS, or like Arwen R. Shyster, like the tax guy from WWE.
I mean,
I'm all in.
He'll be consistent with that call all night, so you just need to adjust up there.
Here's the 1-1.
Again, this is good.
2-1.
Acid, what's going on, my man? This is good so far. We've got Keuchel almost 8 pitches through 2 hitters, and we got a guy on. Castro is a nice cutter. Yeah, nice cutter. But again, that cutter, all I'm going to do is beat it into the ground. So we're going to go to the contact swing again.
Fastball
and
swung on
bad by me.
First out.
So Orioles are definitely rolling. I'm so happy. So happy the Orioles are good.
Card in this one. Eric, who should we keep an eye on?
Well, no doubt.
I'm going to try not to look at too much of this stuff today. I'm not worried about OKC, but I saw that Westbrook dime to Waiters on the 3-pointer in the corner. That was where I left off with them. I'm a Spurs fan, guys. So. Again, there's a slide step, so it's 1-0.
Adrian Beltre comes on with one away.
I agree. The pitching has been iffy. I think it's why they're looking at Kyle Loesch. I don't think Kyle Loesch is the answer, but I don't mind seeing them looking into him. We are going to go here. If he throws another ball right here,
and they pitch
again, see that 1-0. 1-0 is a steal count. You got to be careful. The computer is smart. So 2-0, we're definitely going to go here. I hope the computer can't hear me. That'd be really weird if the computer could hear your voice.
First here, 1 man out.
This is not a custom cam. This is just fisheye.
Don't want to forget about him.
Floyd Murphy, why are you capping? Why? Let's go Blues.
And another snap throw to the bag.
Let's go Blues. I agree with you tonight. I would like to see the Blackhawks go out. That'd be really nice for me. Curry's out again because people are going to play him physical. That's just the way it's going to be.
He'll lay the fastball in here
again,
to get the count back to 2-1.
We want more pitches, and I'm being selective. I'm not going to be able to do anything with that pitch, so why am I going to swing at it, huh?
Fastball down. That's right where he's got to be living.
Hit down the
and that's what happens. You swing at a bad pitch.
Valbuena's got it. Altuve for 1. Relay
and I didn't mean to slide that. I was trying to do the breakup slide.
This side is retired. Around the horn they go. 5-4 to 3 to end the threat.
I do not Killing Joke. I have updates coming on my phone as it comes. I will say that Joey Rickard. Can Joey Rickard do anything wrong?
Luis Valbuena makes his way to
the
plate.
We're gonna have to, guys. We're gonna have to get like a face cam and like put fingers down with nail paint on it.
All about just adding on.
All right, so who we got here? Valbuena. I know we get a custom shift on him, so we want to pitch inside. All right, I just thought about this, so we're gonna do this.
Step off and try again.
So pitching to shifts. Pitching to shifts. I know a lot of you think that means throw heat inside and change ups and a lot of off speed. That's not what it means. What it means is when you do,
behind on that one, now behind
you want him to swing you get him to swing. It's like, all right, I'm 0-1, right? 0-1, right? I'm going to throw him a fastball outside. Why? Because I want him to look at it. I want to set him up for that slider inside. Delivery. So that way he rolls over it and goes to the right side.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Joey's on the show, Killing Joke. He was in the roster update on the 13th or 18th? The 18th, I think. Now we're going to throw a little change-up action his way. Going to throw something away.
And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
You can bet he's a little rattled still from that first inning.
All right, now we're going to throw the heat inside.
First time through the lineup.
See what he gets with it.
Oh, this is hit hard towards
And what I tell
second.
you, right into the shift.
Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Killing joke, when you're doing, there's a bug in the live lineups where it uses the original roster with the game, where that came with the game. That's why you're seeing like Flaherty and stuff. You're not missing an update, it's a bug that they have to fix. They're looking in to fix it. You can't do daily rosters for your game. If you do that, it won't work. Guys, just a reminder, make sure you hit the follow button for us, so that way you can get notified anytime. We're almost to 2,000. ABY, it's a personal preference in terms of your best settings. We are again shifted to the right, so we're going to start off inside.
Jason Castro, the catcher, is in. Drilled right back up the middle.
So we're an extreme pull.
Into center field.
So that's not a big deal. I'm okay with that. So best setting, I use pulse because I don't like the meters. I've used the meters last year, but for offline, I use pulse because it gives me a little control over what the guys do, but it also allows for some ratings to take over as well. So I can't just, go in there with, I'm too accurate with like low-rated pitchers. This forces me to play to the ratings a little bit.
It was a nice at-bat, good way to start off the game.
Oh, hold on. This is the first thing with this. So there's a guy on first. Altuve's up. You want to hit down. You push your triangle button. You scroll over to batting lineup, shift duration for just the batter. Because you want to get your double play in. So there you go. Your double play, you can do your double play with shifts. So what will end up happening is even if it goes to the third baseman, you can still do that shift. So we're going to do a shift left. Again, the second baseman's still covering for the steal. I'm using Hall of Fame. The stat bug, Mac Murphy, is career stats are off for a bunch of guys. So, all right, so we're shifted right, and I'll show it to you real quick. We're going to hit L1 just to...
And now we'll step off
yeah, we're shifted, I'm sorry, we're shifted left. So you see that.
First delivery
I do this,
on the way.
Again, too many first reason strikes.
Foul, it's 0-1.
So, too many first pitch strikes will get you hit and runs. Hit and runs will come if you do too many first pitch strikes. Jason Lover, unfortunately, I'm not sure the language you're using. I'm not versed in it, so I apologize. So I can't answer. If you have a question, I can't answer it. But even a 43 speed guy. Suggestion, CPAL, what level do you play on? That's my first question. What difficulty level do you play on?
A pause and the 0-2. Down and away.
I've heard that armor and swords sliders on Operation Sports, by the way, if you're an all-star level player, are very good. I'm not, in this game specifically, I'm not a huge slider guy. Like I said, I'll make adjustments if I feel like they're needed, but I don't think this one needs it for me. But if you're having a problem walking, I would use the strike frequency slider. And I believe one of the universal levels is 2. Putting it down to 2.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline.
Is that what he did to me last time?
Sliding attempt at first, but this sneaks by him, a base hit.
Or no, that was Correa last time. That's right. There's a stat bug with most of the rosters right now, Red Eye. That on the 413 roster, the one that came out on the Wednesday after release, or the 413 Wednesday after opening day. A lot of career stats were broken. Were unfortunately off. So. Oh wait, we saw the shift. We have to back out.
And when in doubt,
always remember you have the shift on.
That runner back to third.
So let's go and just make sure what the shift is. Oh, that's right. We don't have anything on him. That's right. We're fine.
Here's the first pitch to him. A big roundhouse
curveball's been really rough. I might have to abandon the curveball, guys. I don't think Griffin's curveball's been doing me a lot of justice.
in there, and he's in control 0-2 now.
2 good pitches so far.
See,
both
pal,
of
if
them
you're a
right at the
veteran,
knees, and you gotta start
I
thinking
would
center
not
of the
move up to
diamond
Hall
here.
of Fame
Shorten
right
up a
away.
little
What
bit.
I would
You
do
gotta put
is
something
go
in
into
play.
your sliders, change strike frequency to, like I said, knock it down then. It's career stats, and it will show up eventually.
That misses.
Red Eye Ranger, like you'll notice, like some guys have really off career stats, but for me, that's not going to bother me because I create my own fantasy world, I guess. You know what? Someone told me this. That MLB The Show thing is not right, is it? Hold on 1 second here, guys. Gotta fix it so I show up in the list. I don't know why it does that all the time for us. There we go. So, all right, we are curveball, fastball, low and outside. I don't want to throw a right-handed cutter to a right-handed batter unless I'm trying to pick the inside corner. So we're going to try to backdoor slider but keep it out of the zone.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
And then what we're going to do is set him up for the high
look at that
fastball.
slider so far, and they've been told, let that thing go and wait for something better out over the plate.
Again, all we're doing with that is low.
From third.
Well,
again, the CPU batters are programmed so well in this game that they're looking low, change the eye level, come back up high when they're not expecting it. So, this is going to be tough.
Strides into the box.
Who's up after him? Rasmus?
Going after the RBI triple his first time up.
Yeah, he already got to show off those wheels, so let's see if he can make it happen.
Yeah, the auto base running bug, I think, is an issue. And I know they're looking at it. I just don't know that they can reproduce it yet.
And a ball 1-0.
Betances is absolutely nasty in this game. Trust me, coming from an Orioles fan, I am not a fan of Dylan Betances.
For both teams.
And he won't bite
Again, I'm not giving. I don't think I'm going to give Correa anything. I know I'm at 41 pitches,
I
but
think that's exactly what they're going to need to do. The more
Correa scares me just enough. There we go. Make him swing at my pitch.
And
Get in there. There we go.
in time to get him to retire the side.
Again, I'm going to tell you guys,
For the Astros,
pitch around them.
on top by a count of
They hit
3-0.
your pitch. See, that's what I really like, Red Eyes. I like doing my own pitches. You guys want a nasty pitcher to try to go for? Garrett Richards. Garrett Richards has above 90 in both velocity and in break,
Keuchel's ready.
and
Here
is
comes
an
the first
absolute
pitch.
beast.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one.
Well, you got to figure that this guy's going to come out here
And for
free
Diamond
easy
Dynasty, he's
here in
actually
the second.
pretty cheap,
He's got
I believe.
A 3-run cushion already. No reason not to come right after these guys.
So he came inside fastball. Again, his two-seam fastball and his four-seamer, if you see that, he's starting to get confidence in his top four pitches. We want to take some of that away, so we're going to keep an eye out.
And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. And he takes a called strike two.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
Again, even with, I should probably swung at that. Even with fielder, we're going to go ahead and contact swing.
High fly ball out to straightaway center.
Not a
Moving
fan of
under
maybe
it.
contact
Roman
swing with
one out.
fielder, but I would go back to a normal swing at 2-2 with fielder.
And with that, let's call on a look at how the
But-
Astros line it up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric?
Well, guys, we've got a gold glover on the mound. Very athletic, very agile. What that does is that'll take away the bunts from the other ball club. They know that he's going to be able to field his position well, so they probably stay away from him.
Ian Desmond steps in now.
All right.
And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there.
That was
It's
a
0-1.
terrible strike call.
Whether you like it or not,
Ian
now that
Desmond,
you've
good
seen
bat.
what the strike zone's
Really
gonna be
like him.
you're gonna have to make
If
an
Texas
adjustment.
falters in your franchises, guys, someone you can look
That's
for.
taken. Now it's 0-2.
He's found a pretty nice rhythm
What do
out
the
here
Yankees
early on.
need? Red Eye, what roster? Are you using SCEA rosters?
Bases are empty, one man out.
Just making contact? Just the contact slider. That's all it is.
Rocket to third. And he can't knock
yeah,
this
just
one
your
down as it
contact
hits
slider
right by
or
him into left.
hold on, let me see here. There is, I'll tell you exactly what it is. Human contact is a good one. See how it says it also improves vision and discipline. So that's if that's all you're having problems with, making contact is that. If you're having a problem where you make contact but don't make a lot of great contact, then solid hits is what you want to raise. That's a first baseman with pop. Maybe if you're not a fan of Gregorius, you look for somebody to play second or short and use Castro in the other spot.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Mechanic short.
In there at the
maybe
knees,
a starter. If
one.
you're going to trade Chapman away, maybe a young starter.
Runners on first with one down.
Someone to pair along with Severino for a while. Terrible swing by me, by the way.
And he's down 2 strikes.
Yeah, kind of a late decision to swing there.
Oh, Cisco. Myron, is Cisco your backup? Like, did you get rid of Joseph, or is just Cisco still in your system?
The 0-2 pitch with one down.
Someone to pair along with Severino for a while. Terrible swing by me, by the way.
And he's down 2 strikes.
Yeah, kind of a late decision to swing there.
Oh, Cisco. Myron, is Cisco your backup? Like, did you get rid of Joseph, or is just Cisco still in your system?
The 0-2 pitch. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box.
Again, he doesn't have any kind of pattern so far, which I would expect with Keuchel. You know, fastball, 2-seamer, and then slider.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field.
Contact swing. I'm going to have to start taking some chances.
Rasmussen.
Yeah, I like Cisco a lot, but he's not a 2017 guy. He's probably not a guy until 2018 or 2019. It's going to be an everyday for you. You might have to, if you've got an extra bullpen arm, trade for a backup catcher or a young catcher. My red. Ooh, let's see here. Oh, so you have all 3. Oh, gotcha. Okay.
As he'll take a look at a slider that can't.
CeCe's not going to get you a whole lot first year, Red Eye. Computer knows age. I mean, you're more welcome to go for it, but CeCe's not going to get you anything of need. He might get like a mid-level prospect for him.
That's wide, 2-0. All right, now you just
all right, come on, Rue. I need you to hit something for me, buddy.
Pitches miss away. So, as a hitter, you're going to
no, Vin. This is not. This is just a plain-out game. I have not started my franchise yet, but
3 and
I think anyone that saw the poll today knows what's coming. You guys killed me. You guys killed me. 440 votes, guys. It's an awesome, awesome response. I was so happy to see that so many of you put votes in. And then I saw the team, and I was like, what are you guys doing to me?
That'll move a runner up into scoring position now.
Real life killing? Yeah, he did not have a good first. I think he had like 38 pitches in the first inning against Toronto, but only got 2 runs scored on him. So
Brian Holiday gets a shot now with deuces all around. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 2. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. On the ground to
come
third.
on!
And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over.
Rangers I don't want to tell you who's winning the vote, Vin. It's going to be a surprise.
3-0.
Myron. Myron, are you talking about real life or are you talking about your franchise? Because in your franchise, one of the things I say is you should probably look at your coaches and replace them. CPAL, Dodgers, yeah. Dodgers or Red Sox, both of them have great great farm systems, a lot of near-ready talent.
To the right, here's the first pitch. And he'll start the inning with a
guys,
pitch that misses off
ways
the
you
plate.
win now.
It's ball 1.
Good batting camera? Steele, I wish I could tell you a good batting camera. It really is whatever. See, again, there's that shift, guys. There's that shift.
Leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Oh, pretty flashy with the leather right there. This is all the way over on the second base side of the bag. And if he
I would say I like fisheye for me, but what you have to do is you've got to play with different cameras, play like 3 games to get comfortable with them before you can really understand if that camera's for you or not.
Into the box now, number 13.
How does Area go from decent to Cy Young in real life? Change the scenery. Happens to the best of them. Could have been a coach that just found one thing. But yeah, we've lost a lot of pitching prospects too. Again, just hit a fastball, so I'm going to go out of the zone to him, see if he'll swing at it.
Pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Can't keep
man,
the weight back,
you know what? Maybe the change. I was talking about the curveball is not going where I want it to go. It might be the changeup that I got to get rid of. Maybe I got to start working the slider in a little more.
Ready to deliver the 1-2.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people use strike zone.
He lays off it for a ball.
I definitely have from. Well, my red. That's just because he's hurt. They're still stretching him. They still project him as a starter. Actually, I heard today that they're projecting Mattis to maybe be in the rotation, either by year's end or by next year, since they don't have a lefty. Oh, that's a terrible pitch.
Late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance.
I got one for you, my red. Remember Daniel Cabrera? Remember that guy?
Windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch.
Oh, we had him. We had him.
That time, but he's able to fight it off to keep
so again, guys, you're looking at pitching strategy right now.
Good battle here.
Fastball down the middle, which was not
not
intended. Fastball out of the zone. So you see, I'm falling into a pattern again. Odds are in the zone, evens are out. So we're odd again. So you know what? We're going to go out of the zone.
All even.
By the way, to see that,
here it is.
To see those pitches, you click in the right stick this year. Do I have an ETA on version 2? BX Ride, I don't. I can tell you that they're looking within a week, possibly. But I can't tell you
you can tell
100% that's true. I know that's what they're trying to. Yeah, I remember Mattis came up as a starter. What I'm saying is that they're thinking about trying to stretch him. Yeah, Jose Bautista coming up as an Oriole.
He came in, sat down, had a cup of coffee with him.
Yeah, Steele, if you're looking, you have to be able to want to watch pitches, and you have to be able to watch pitches in the zone. You have to know that if the pitch is not in your wheelhouse, that you're not going to swing at it.
In now, Preston Tucker. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1.
Right, we're going to try this curveball again.
He's rebounded pretty well from that rough inning a couple innings back. He put up a 0 last time, and he's close to doing it again.
Oh, he breaks off a beauty there.
The other thing you can do, Steele, in terms of that is find a hitter with high vision and go into practice mode, the batting practice mode. And just
and the 0-2
switch it to the discipline, the good discipline mode.
So
I can't tell you how many times I've played that practice mode, and it's helped me easily tenfold in terms of watching pitches. I didn't do it this year. I did it last year, I believe, and that's really when I turned the corner and being able to watch pitches. Oh, that drifted in. Got lucky there. Yeah, Joe Reyes looks good this year.
Down 1-2-3. They lead it.
Vin, I hope so. God, I hope so, because they need it. He'll be back with the team, I think, next week. Gosman will, so. But yeah, Steele, the good discipline batting practice mode is something I would absolutely say is something you should look into.
Keuchel into his motion. Here's the first pitch.
Actually, Steele, if you're still here, Steele, what do you think is your weakness in hitting in the zone? What part of the zone do you have the most trouble with? Yeah, you're more than welcome to. You guys can send me a friend request. It's Millennium OS, 2 L's, 2 N's. Just like the way it's spelled in the title, except OS at the end, like Operation Sports.
And I think with no one on base, this is a guy you need to come after. I certainly wouldn't be afraid to
What's
give
the
him a
next must-play
fastball
mode?
here.
If you like offline, C-Pal, I would try go into
Here it
Diamond
comes,
Dynasty
2-0.
and try the
Down low,
Conquest
and
mode.
the clock
Conquest mode is
thickens here,
fun. It's
3-0.
offline.
You have to
And you
figure
get to
that
play
he's
kind of
really
like
gonna need to
the
keep the walks
hybrid
in
of
check if he's
offline
gonna have
and
success
online
here.
Diamond Dynasty.
I was thinking the same
Low
thing.
and slow?
No free rides. You got to make these guys earn it.
Red Eye, you know what you got to do with low and slow. You
Ready
got to be able to
with
read
the
that pitch.
3-0 pitch. Taking all the way, and it's 3-1 now.
If
Yeah,
bottom of the
much
strike
better
zone
pitch
is
there than
your
the one he
weakness,
threw on
and I'm going to
2-0.
say this, so fisheye is something that I like personally because I can see curveballs, I can see breaking pitches, but if you find another camera, so like let's say show 15, or even something like retro, where the picture is higher on the screen. So yeah, like even wide, offset. The pictures where the cameras where, like I said, you're seeing the picture higher on the screen. That'll help you with low. Offset zoom's a good one. I do like offset zoom. I can't use zoomed cameras, but offset zoom really doesn't. I mean, if you're going to use offset zoom, you might as well use strike zone, I would think. So, high fastballs, river bats, you are talking my language. High fastballs, I actually start with my PCI high in the zone for those, and then move as I go.
Into his motion, here comes the 3-1. No
I
leadoff
just
walk
swung it
just
that
yet
one.
as that finds the strike zone and the count
Yeah,
comes
killing
full,
joke, same thing with me.
3-2.
The high inside, so I start my PCI up and in, and then move from there, because it's easier for me to move down than it is up.
Sinking liner toward left. But
Oh, we
coming
worked
on
that
quickly
too.
Is the left fielder to make
I'm
the
upset.
play
We really
for the
worked
first
that.
out.
Money Fanzel, what's going
Pitching's
on,
a
dude?
lot more than just velocity.
I'm
This
really
guy, he's
hoping
living
you don't have to
proof.
worry about
If you
changing your
hit your
name after
spot,
the whole Johnny
change
Manziel
speed,
issues, guys.
You can get guys out with an 87, 88 mile-an-hour fastball, and he did it right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Delino
Andy, I
DeShields
absolutely agree
will
with that.
Stand in. He singled to lead off the home first.
Well, he hit the fastball, so we're going to see right here if they still come at him with the hard stuff.
Sit right next to your
They'll try and
TV.
entice him with a high fastball, but he
What's
wouldn't
going on?
commit.
I
It's
saw the
ball
Weeders
one.
thing. What's going on? Was it a strike zone call?
2-0 now.
Two really close pitches to
Yeah,
kick off
Johnny
this
Manziel
at-bat.
money.
Normally, this guy would be all over him, but he's shown some discipline here.
So yeah,
Two
so
good
again, you're
takes.
seeing what I'm seeing here, guys. This is Luke Kuechel, or Luke Kuechel. Jesus, I'm switching up Luke Kuechel and Dallas Keuchel. So Dallas Keuchel, even with his 75 walks over 9, you can see I'm working good pitches out of him. Bottom of the third, we're easily on our way to
From
15
wind up,
pitches an
the
inning.
2-0
So
pitch. Swung on and lifted in the air to
we're
left
just not
center.
getting the hits to fall for us yet.
And Gomez will look this one in for wrap number 2.
Andy, yeah. I absolutely think, but the power, see, I save my power swings
Number
for
30 stands in.
power hitters or like a 3-0, 3-1 count. Actually, 3-0 normally, unless it's right down the middle, so or a 3-1 count. So
There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1. Well, that pitch isn't going to light up the
can they
radar
challenge
gun, but
check
it's been
swings?
effective.
Are they allowed to?
Well, it doesn't have to. If you get that.
Oh,
good
money!
movement,
Isn't
put it
that
in the right
amazing when you
spot,
win games
it's
like that?
plenty good enough to do the job.
Well, he's got it in
Oh,
the
he got
palm
me
of
with a
his hand
two-seamer.
now. It's
See, it's a
0-2.
really great pitching
Man, not a
combo
real
there.
good effort there.
He
That pitch was
two-seamer
never
on the
gonna be a
outside and
strike.
then went for the same spot with the slider, and it went out on me. So
And a foul pop
down, get
behind
down,
the
get
plate. And that's going to land foul. Here it comes on 0-2. Can't get him to
okay, he
chase.
tried to go
It's
back on the
1-2.
slider.
Oh,
The new
classic
slide rule,
strikeout
Red Eye,
pitch
I
there on
am
0-2.
for it.
It's one he loves
Okay,
going
let me
to.
put it this way.
Great recognition
So,
there at
I'm
the plate to
hoping-
lay off.
Oh yeah, I guess check swing would be a strike. So Red Eye, here's my issue.
Here's a looping
There
fly
are
ball
two
out to
different
right.
ways to interpret
Springer
the slide
shading
rule.
to his right.
The
He makes the play,
first
and
is what
that'll
Jose
end the
Bautista
inning.
tried to
1,
do to
2, 3
Logan
go the
Forsythe.
Rangers. They trail in this
That's
one,
uncalled
3-0.
for and has no place in baseball. I don't care how old the rules are. So I hope that's pretty clear. But there was one that the Astros had called against him, I think. Oh, Rasmus. It was Colby Rasmus, actually. Had called where he slid past the bag.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
But didn't affect
bottom
the,
three in the batting order
play.
Here as the first pitch misses to the number 7 hitter. It's ball 1.
I don't know. I think in that case, I wouldn't call it.
Like that one right
I
there,
understand why they called it.
Out of your own rhythm. You got to be able to
But
put that behind
because
you
he
and
slid,
move on.
so anyone that didn't see it, Colby Rasmus slid to the outside of the bag, to the right side of the bag, thinking the second baseman was going to be there.
From the windup,
Thinking the second baseman was going to
gets on top of one
go to the outside to protect himself. But he didn't. So Rasmus had no contact or anything, but didn't slide at the bag like he's supposed to.
Here he comes on the ball and 2 strikes.
And they called him out, and then they called the runner going to first out.
2-2 now.
So yeah, they definitely need to be more clear about it. I mean, it's pretty clear, but it's not so much the clarity as it is, when are you going to enforce it? Like I said, Jose Bautista legitimately tried to grab Logan Forsythe by the ankle.
Still 2-2.
That can't be that can't happen. I'm okay with Wieters getting thrown out because
very weakly on the ground.
They got killed Joseph to back him up, and I love Wieters' bat, especially this year. So 2-2. What have we done here? See, again, I'm falling into patterns. Again, I do this a lot when I'm talking to you guys. Not really your fault. It's me for not focusing. So we're going to go up and out with this, somewhere we haven't gone this at bat, and see what we get.
Set to deal on 2-2.
Greinke, RBX, I don't think anything yet, because Greinke's got a history. If it was a rookie, I could see it. But Greinke's got a pretty decent history. So it's going to take a good couple weeks of him struggling to have that happen.
In the air down the right field line. Right fielder is on the run. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
And right here, you've got the right fielder shading just a bit towards the alley. And I thought he'd have too far to go to get this ball, but he does.
So I want to show you guys this for a second, just because of how this went. Batter analysis. I think that was Tucker, right? Yeah, I gotta be Tucker, and then see if I can get the. I don't know if you can switch to at bats, but what I want to say is so pitch type fastball. I've thrown him 8 fastballs and 2 at bats. Don't be afraid to rely on your fastball. Don't be afraid. Again, I've thrown 39 fastballs, and look at the way that I differentiate my pitches. I establish the fastball very early, and then I go into
here's Luis Valbuena
off-speed stuff. Don't be afraid to use your fastball to get around. So
for the first strike.
Yeah, Philly's great. Race to the Pennant's one of the better ones that are run on OS too. Money, if you're looking for something, I mean, go in there with an open mind. But Race for the Pennant's definitely one of the better leagues run on OS. Really proud of what those guys do with that. That throw that Hicks had that got Danny Valencia last night was insane. We watched. I had a couple guys around my phone at work. We were watching it.
For the Astros to this point.
Was it last night? Yeah, it was last night. Because we were watching it today at work. Oh my God, dude!
Just a little late.
The one and the worst part is Hicks threw a 2-hopper to McCann earlier in the at bat. So, okay, again, so step off here to show you guys. We're gonna click the right stick in and see this. Fastball, or we went changeup low, fastball outside, and fastball low. So we're going to try to do here. Oh, no, changeup on slider. Sorry. So slider inside. Again, we're going to try to go out of the zone with this. We're 1-2. It means he's trying to protect.
And a slider gets away from him as it just about got him in the ankle.
That's a pitch you have to lay off.
But now we've also set up with that low inside to come up and over the plate here.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball.
It's all about, and I know some of you
And you can't really say he's been
some of you
dominant on the mound,
will
but
know
when he
what I'm
moves his
talking
pitches
about
around,
because
that's
you've
what
heard me
makes
say
him
this
so
before.
effective.
But it's the
And this
lean
at-bat
rule
right here,
on
it's a great example
defense
of
or
what I'm
on
talking
pitching.
about.
Imagine every time you pitch outside, the batter leans a little bit more outside. And so you're 3 pitches outside, the batter's leaning, so you go back inside and keep him off balance. Your goal is to keep the batter off balance.
Jason Castro, the catcher, is
And
in.
remember, that goes at bat to at bat,
He'll pop
too.
This one fouled
So.
off to the left, and it's strike 1.
Oh, Sealy Gaming, approved for forum post. Did you just sign up? If that's the case, I can't do it right now, but I can approve you. What's your forum name?
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. 2 out, nobody on.
What's going on, Thom?
Popped up.
Sealy Gaming.
And Elvis will put this
Okay,
one
no
away,
problem. I
and
will
that
get
retires
you
the
tonight.
side.
Matter of fact,
1,
I'm
2,
writing a note
3
right
go
now.
The Astros, but they lead it 3-0.
Actually, you know what? I might be able to do it while I'm in between innings here.